Hello everyone! T-Man 978 Chill Review. Right now I'm reviewing Transformers Animated Deluxe Class Rodimus Minor. That's what he's called on the box, but if you want to, you can call him Rodimus Prime or Hot Rod. He looks like Hot Rod, of course, but I believe on the cartoon he was actually a Prime because he was a leader of a group. Prime wasn't the be-all, end-all Supreme Commander of this show. It was actually Magnus, and Ultra Magnus was the leader of the Autobots there. But here you go, it's a nice variation of Hot Rod. It looks so beautiful, so nice to me. I just love how sleek it looks. These panels aren't connecting together as well as I remember, or I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Like, definitely this is setting up. This used to snap together way better, but it is about friggin' 6 years old, 5, 6 years old, so those things happen. Worst thing about it, this empty hollow space, which you can't really see with the way the lights are right there. You know what else has that problem? This guy right here. But fortunately for him, you can put his missile launcher right there and give him like an exhaust port. But this is more G1 cartoon accurate, and this is definitely a stylized version of that. Here he is next to RC right here. RC is actually a little bit more chunky, it would appear, but she is a slightly shorter car. If it wasn't for like her little swords and her spoiler, which is just making him look so small. But there you go. He could possibly be a dual passenger car, but she's definitely a single. But there you go with that right there. Let's get to transformation. I'm trying to do things too fast. I skipped his weapon right here, which is like a bow gun or whatever. Transformers Animated, the Autobots didn't have guns per se. They had other types of weapons like maces and axe and swords and bows, as you can see. These, shut up in there. These can actually store right here on the top of the car. So here he is. He's all armored up, or weaponized, I mean, not armored up. But there you go with that right there. Pow, 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 shoot, shoot, shoot. Speaking of pow, 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 shoot, 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 the missiles do fire. As I was fixing to say, transformation. Where do I want to start first? It's very difficult, to be honest with you. You want to unplug this and unplug that. It's hard to do without popping these, which will become the arms off of the ball socket. Bring them out of the way, basically. Okay. Come down here. Unpeg the feet. Now we can unhinge. I say unhinge or untab the legs, which I was just complaining about not being tabbed. Well, now they're tabbed. Come on. There we go. Basically swing them down and out of the way. Now we can go ahead and rotate, or before we rotate that, we could rotate this little Autobot symbol and bring the engine on the inside. Open this up, swing the head out, bring these tires in, bring that around. Bring this up. Turn the head around. And now we can bring this up and bring that up. Swing, like I said, the arms. Pop off of this ball joint. Very, very friggin' easy. Swing this up and swing that up into place. Okay. Bring this arm around. Bring the hands down. Arm around. Hands down. Rotate the butt. Put these engine pieces up here Engine pieces up here. Straighten the legs. And boom. There you have it. You have Rodimus in his robot mode. And he looks pretty freaking fantastic to me. The only thing I have a problem with is all of this. If this could condense somehow, just like Masterpiece Hot Rod, he would be so much better. Or actually, that doesn't even need to condense. Like if this abdomen could come down so you could see that a little bit more. Like he does have an ab area. If that was more visible, it would make it look like his chest wasn't covering the whole front of him and he's not fat. But he does have an awesome outline. Like this is one of the most perfect hot rod bodies ever. Like there's like no back kibble. Like pretty much it's kibble, but it's so flat it's like almost not there. That is tremendous right there. I can't believe it. Everything just comes together. His neck can go back and forth a little bit. His head can look down. He can look up. That comes out a little bit. Left and right can tilt a little bit. Shoulders. They're on the ball hinge right there. Plus a little socket right there that can help it go out. But yeah, it's going to be popping off. He has sort of a double jointed elbow right there, but yeah, it bends like that. Then he has a ball right here so the hands can go up and a hinge right there so they can swivel around as well. So all this articulation in a deluxe toy. Can you believe it? I don't know. If you want the pipes on the side, here's one problem. He has the monkey curl syndrome, but if you want normal elbows, the pipes are in the back. This fender piece is right there on the inside, and now his hands are able to rotate. I'm so happy that his hands can rotate, but he has sort of an ab crunch. Like he can go back and he can come forward, which is cool. Waist, legs on a ball joint that can kick all the way up, all the way forward, and all the way back. He has a swivel above the knee. Knee bends slightly less than 90 degrees. Ankle is on the ball joint so the foot can kick all the way back. Kick forward and he gets a decent amount of pivot right there. His weapon, he can hold it in his hand. I'm going to turn his arm this way. He can hold it. I think my biggest problem with this dude, as awesome as he looks and as good as the posability is, it's been extremely difficult for me to get him in a pose where he doesn't look friggin' awkward. I can't explain it. You probably, maybe you see what I'm talking about, or you might have the toy in hand, but I don't know. Let me get some comparisons in here. Here he is next to some other Transformers animated Deluxe Class figures. And yeah, your eyes aren't deceiving you. He's like very, very friggin' orange instead of red. I don't remember that. But I hate to go off on a tangent, but Transformers Generation 1. The toys had no friggin' articulation. They barely looked like the cartoon. With Transformers Animated, they got the transformations like perfect. They got like the body's architecture like damn near perfect. And all three of these figures have rotating wrists. They have either pivoting ankles or his knees like pop in so that his feet can still stay kind of straight. Both of these two have waists. Because of the way he transformed, he doesn't have a waist. But they have so much articulation. It just sucks so bad. I know they're trying. With Titans Returns, but it sucks so bad that we got up to a high point and now we're going back down, which I never ever imagined that would happen. But Let's get these two out of here. And here he is next to Classics Rodimus, who came out maybe 3 years or 4 years prior to him, and you could see the technology change. Well, actually, he was always a short deluxe to begin with, but they learned how to do mass shifting here and animate it like very well. To show it off, his hands are 5mm peg holes. Your mileage might vary depending on the gun. This one is kind of loose, but I really like the look of this hot rod. I can't believe that he has humanoid legs, very humanoid legs, like way more humanoid than the original hot rod. And the way his body is designed is just outstanding, and he still becomes a sleek car. It's just friggin' amazing. Like, he could easily fit in with your Chug collection if he didn't have this face right here. Like, I believe, unless I'm making this up in my mind, I believe they did make a third-party head to fit on him, but I could be making it up. Maybe somebody 3D printed it. Let's make sure I really show this off. It has light piping, but it's not incredibly strong. But I really like this figure. You know what? This was one of my first written reviews on WordPress before I got the courage to start doing video reviews. But I'm interested in going back and reading it to see what changed or what's similar in the written review and in this review that's pretty much off the top of my head in comparison. But like I said, I like it. Decent car mode. Like, not decent. It's good, but those panels could stay together better. The articulation, paint, and all that stuff is outstanding, but he is a little bit awkward to pose. I mean, maybe somebody else can pose him a little bit better than me. He does very well in just standing there poses, but when I try to get him in action poses, even with all this articulation, it does look a little bit awkward to me, which I do have to knock some points off. But he's good. He's amazing. All of that is paint. I didn't mention that. But if you like this review, make sure you give me a thumbs up before you leave. Subscribe. Hit that bell next to the subscription button so you can know when I upload a new video, which happens pretty much all the time. Except recently, I've been taking kind of a break, but don't listen to that. Until next time, T-Man 978, out of here.